Hey everyone, Mark Flesher with Coldwell Banker Brown Realtors here. Today I want to talk to you about the 4 phases of your real estate career. As I talk about each phase, take the time, think about where you're at, where you've been, and how you've done getting through each phase. How your managing broker and your brokerage has helped you through those phases, if they've helped you. I'd love to hear from you, love to talk to you about it. If you have any questions, reach out. Let's hit the phases. Phase 1 is the grind phase. It's basically the startup phase. It's where you're learning everything. It's the contracts, it's all of the programs, it's all the stuff your brokerage has. It's where you're saying yes to everything. But here's the catch as well. It's also where you're getting bombarded with tons of stuff from those external sources that are telling you about all the latest, greatest, and new products. Be very wary of all that sort of stuff. There are some great products out there, but make sure you have that support of your managing broker and your brokerage, and that they're there to help you and tell you what's good, what's not good, what you should use and what you shouldn't use. This is also the phase where literally you're in the office all the time, you're working hard, you're really pumping everything out, you're trying to build your sphere of influence, you're doing all the things you're supposed to be doing, you're super hyped, you're starting your real estate career, you're loving everything about it, you're starting to get some buyer clients, you might even be getting some listings or two. This is an amazing time of your career. You're really learning, you're really taking it all in, you're building those relationships with all the agents in your office, your managing broker, other agents from other companies. This is a really fun stage where you're really getting out there and you're learning everything you can learn. Keep this going, keep the energy up, keep everything going, because when you hit phase 2, which we'll talk a little bit more about, that's where things can kind of change a little bit and everything is, but keep the energy up, keep the excitement up, and the energy you feel in phase 1, make sure you feel that same energy in phase 2, 3, and 4. This is a phase where your managing broker is huge. You're going to have tons of questions, tons of things come up. Have that support from your managing broker. And we'll talk about phase 2 here in a second. All right, everyone, now on to phase 2, and let's talk about it. So phase 2 is the wall phase. And yes, as it sounds like, this is where you're basically going to run into a brick wall. It's the least favorite phase of them all, and it is the phase where most agents get out of the industry and don't stay in it. With this phase, you're actually really good in the transaction, which means basically when you're helping a buyer or you're helping a seller, you're great with the paperwork, you're great with the transaction, the process, the timelines, all that sort of stuff. You're moving along in your career and you actually feel, or on paper, it looks like you're doing really well. You've got a few transactions closed, but you kind of feel stuck. You kind of feel like you're just spinning your wheels. You're like, I know what I'm doing stuff, but am I doing the right stuff? That's where all these questions and doubt comes in. That's why it's important that you keep the energy up from phase 1. That way you have that here in phase 2. And with that, basically our goal is to get you through phase 2 into phase 3. And how do you do that? So again, you're in transactions, you're working them, you work with clients, you'll get a deal done, you'll be working that deal, you got a really, really high going, and then all of a sudden you got a really low in your career, instance, because you're not doing a ton of transactions now, and then you'll get a ton of transactions and then you won't have any, and it's just that big roller coaster feel to it. So really what the goal is to keep it streamlined and steady all the way through. And how do we do that? It's with systems. You got to have systems in place to how your sphere of influence, your world out there is working for you and you're not working for it. That will take you into phase 3. So again, phase 2 is the wall phase. It is where you're kind of like, I feel stuck, but I also feel good, and you're just really not knowing what's going on. This is where, again, your managing broker and your brokerage is going to be able to help you. They're going to be able to get you through it. They're going to be able to get you on to phase 3 because we've been through it. We know the top producers and what systems they have. So get with us and we'll start talking to you about those systems and get you to implement those systems. Once you get them implemented, that's what will take you on to phase 3. So let's talk about phase 3 next. All right, everyone, hopefully you liked the talk about phase 1, phase 2. Now let's talk about phase 3. Phase 3 is the build phase. Phase 3 is now where we started getting some systems in place at the end of phase 2. So your systems are starting to get in place. You're starting to understand kind of where you want your business to grow. You've been in the industry for a while now. You know what you want. You know where you want it to be. You know how busy you want to be versus how busy you don't want to be, and all that sort of stuff. So now we're using those systems to basically get put in place to help our business run. Again, the point to these systems are to basically get out there, get things going, get everything running so you don't have to be doing as much work with the system. Your business is hopefully coming to you a little bit quicker. The hard part about this phase, and the thing that really frustrates some people though, is because you're building these systems and you're taking the time to develop the systems, the results don't come right away. This is where it takes a little bit of time. So you might be working on the systems, you're building it, you're getting everything going, you're getting everything in place. Again, really the build slash planning phase. This is what you need to do, and it takes time. So sit back, don't stress, don't rush it, keep working with your clients. That's the other tricky part, is you're actually going to be getting busier during this time, just not as busy as you might want to be. So how are these systems that you're trying to put in place, as well as work with clients? Again, managing broker, the brokerage, all that stuff hopefully is there to support you and there to help you with everything. But this phase is just getting those systems in place, getting them developed, getting them ready to go, getting them running, getting them doing everything you need it to do so you can be working your real estate career, like making videos, doing other stuff, things like that. And then that's going to take you on to the fourth phase, which actually the fourth phase is the best phase. It's the most amazing phase. It's really where you want to be and you're excited to get at. So recap, phase 3, you're really getting these systems in place. You're really developing the systems. You're getting the systems to work for you. This does take time. Keep the energy up from phase 1. Hopefully you kept it in phase 2. Keep that energy going. And then that way we'll be ready to move on to phase 4. So let's talk about phase 4 next. Okay, so on to phase 4. Phase 4 is the flow. The flow is where you want to be. Basically, it's where your systems, your business is working for you and not the other way around. You've put in the time, you've put in the energy, you've built your business, you've worked your sphere of influence, you've put your systems in place. Now these systems are working for you. That's what you want. That's where you want to be. This is the part of real estate that everybody's trying to get to. This is the in it for life part of real estate. It means I'm here, I'm doing it, everything's going exactly how I want it to be. So we're ready to go. Now, does that mean it's going to be stressful? Not stressful? Of course it's going to be stressful. It's real estate. But it just means you don't have to work as hard for your client base. It's your client base is working for you. It's your sphere of influence. It's your systems. It's the people you know, the people you've worked with. All the stuff you've done to get to this point is now working for you. This is where you can actually take a vacation, enjoy your family, do some stuff. And when you do that, your business doesn't stop. Your business keeps working and it keeps working for you. That is the goal. It's more of a flatline business, to where, when I mean by flatline, no more roller coaster, no more up and down. It's consistently working for you, where you're consistently having clients. It's also where you get it. Do you want to be a $10 million producer? Do you want to be a $2 million producer? It's where you've really defined where you want your career to be and how much you want to do. That's what we love about the flow. That's where we want to be. All realtors want to get here. This is what makes real estate. It's what we all dreamed of. It's where we've been. This is your goal, is to get into this point of your career to where everything's working for you. So thanks for listening to them. I hope these phases all make sense. Let me know where you're at. Let me know where you're going. Let me know any questions you have. Please reach out. I'll end up doing a summary here of everything in just a little bit. Thanks again for listening. Okay, so just to recap everything, hopefully by what I've said so far, you guys understand real estate's not easy, but real estate is amazing. It's a great career to have. So to get from phases 1, 2, 3, all the way up to phase 4, like we want to do, keep in mind, it's not just about putting in a ton of time. We're all going to put in time. It's not just about the energy you put in. It's about making it good time. It's making good energy. It's doing the right things. It's getting those systems implemented. Basically, it's an intentional work. It's not just work. Make it intentional. Make sure the work is working for you. But the biggest thing on this is to make sure the company you're at, your brokerage, your managing broker, is here to help you, to support you. If you don't have that help and support, especially during phase 1 and 2, you'll never make it to phase 3 and 4. So please make sure you're in the right place, you have the right energy with where you're at, and just kill it. Have a great career. Do amazing. That's what we want. We want us all to succeed. Again, thanks a lot for listening to all the videos. I do appreciate it. Any questions, any comments, any concerns, reach out. Love to talk to you. Thanks.